A quiet tension tends to build in the camera industry whenever a flagship model is expected but doesn't arrive within the anticipated time frame. It is not a dramatic kind of silence, but more of a suspended moment where expectations, leaks, and speculation continue to circulate without any official resolution. The Nikon Z9 II sits firmly in that space right now. It was widely assumed to be the next major evolution in Nikon's professional mirrorless lineup, building on the foundation of one of the most capable hybrid cameras ever released. Yet instead of clarity, the conversation around the Nikon Z9 II has become increasingly shaped by uncertainty, shifting timelines, and evolving rumors. That uncertainty, somewhat unexpectedly, has made the Nikon Z9 II even more discussed and analyzed than if it had simply been announced on schedule. From the outset, expectations for the Nikon Z9 II were never modest. This was not viewed as a minor refresh or incremental update. Instead, it has consistently been imagined as a meaningful technological step forward, potentially redefining Nikon's approach to flagship imaging systems. At the center of these expectations is a new stacked sensor design, reportedly around 46 megapixels. While that resolution figure alone does not represent a dramatic leap, the real focus is on how that sensor behaves rather than how many pixels it contains. A stacked sensor architecture would significantly improve data handling speed, allowing the Nikon Z9 II to process image information more rapidly than its predecessor. This has direct implications for rolling shutter performance, burst shooting responsiveness, and overall camera fluidity. In fast action scenarios, such as sports or wildlife photography, reduced readout times can make the difference between a clean capture and a distorted frame. Some discussions even suggest that the performance improvements could begin to approximate global shutter-like behavior in certain shooting conditions, even without an actual global shutter sensor being implemented. Processing power is another central pillar in the expected evolution of the Nikon Z9 II. A new generation image processor is widely anticipated, continuing Nikon's pattern of introducing its most advanced processing architectures in flagship models before filtering them down to other cameras in the lineup. This next-level processor would not only accelerate image handling but also enhance computational tasks across the entire system, including autofocus, noise reduction, and video encoding. Autofocus is an area where expectations are particularly focused. The current flagship already offers strong subject detection and tracking, but the Nikon Z9 II is expected to refine the system further. Rather than simply expanding detection categories, the emphasis appears to be on improving reliability and consistency in real-world usage. That means better tracking stability in unpredictable environments, fewer focus interruptions, and improved performance when subjects are partially obscured or moving erratically. These are subtle improvements on paper, but they are extremely important in professional use cases where missed focus can mean lost opportunities. Burst shooting capabilities are also expected to push into extreme territory. Some rumors suggest that the Nikon Z9 II could support full-resolution RAW capture at extremely high frame rates, potentially reaching up to 60 frames per second under certain configurations. Additional high-speed modes may be available in cropped sensor formats. While these numbers are impressive, they also highlight a growing challenge in modern camera systems: the sheer volume of data being generated. At these speeds, workflow efficiency becomes just as important as the camera's ability to capture images. Video performance is another area where the Nikon Z9 II is expected to expand significantly. The growing convergence between photography and filmmaking has pushed flagship cameras into hybrid territory, and Nikon appears to be continuing that trend. The Nikon Z9 II is rumored to introduce more advanced video recording capabilities, potentially including RAW video options and open-gate recording formats. These features are particularly valuable for professional filmmakers, as they allow greater flexibility in framing, cropping, and post-production adjustments. Alongside core recording features, improvements in color science, metadata handling, and monitoring tools are also expected. These enhancements may not be immediately visible in spec sheets, but they play a critical role in professional production environments where consistency and control are essential. The broader direction suggests that Nikon is continuing to position its flagship not just as a still photography tool, but as a fully capable cinema-grade hybrid system. This transition reflects a larger strategic shift within Nikon itself. The company is no longer operating purely within the boundaries of traditional photography. Instead, it is increasingly focusing on hybrid workflows that integrate both stills and motion content at a professional level. The Nikon Z9 II appears to be a key part of this transformation, potentially acting as a bridge between established photographic systems and more advanced video production ecosystems. Despite these ambitious expectations, the current Nikon Z9 remains a highly relevant and powerful tool. It continues to perform at an elite level across a wide range of professional applications, from fast-action photography to high-end video production. One of the reasons the Nikon Z9 II carries so much pressure is precisely because its predecessor was so ahead of its time. When a camera already solves most practical problems exceptionally well, defining a meaningful upgrade becomes significantly more challenging. This has created a split in expectations among users and professionals. Some are hoping the Nikon Z9 II will push aggressively into new territory, with higher resolution, faster processing, and expanded video features. Others are more interested in refinement, better efficiency, improved autofocus consistency, and subtle ergonomic or usability enhancements. Balancing these two perspectives is not a simple task, and it adds complexity to the development process. Delays in flagship camera development are not unusual, especially when dealing with cutting-edge sensor technology and complex processing systems. However, the situation surrounding the Nikon Z9 II feels slightly more nuanced than a standard delay cycle. Modern imaging systems are increasingly interconnected, meaning improvements in one area often require changes in several others. Faster sensors require more powerful processors, which in turn demand more efficient heat management and software optimization. For now, it remains in that quiet space between expectation and confirmation, where possibility feels both exciting and uncertain at the same time. And in many ways, that space is where the most compelling stories in modern camera development tend to unfold.